Yep, there are 2 of them now. So the last one would be to find the cat, wouldn't it? The missing cat? I mean, where I would find that cat, I have no idea. Maybe I'll go back in and ask. Maybe they have some more information. Are you just gonna stand there? Is that the cat? Ask about collector. Oh, did I just miss that square the whole time? About the collector you mentioned earlier. The cat breeder? Yeah, sure, but now's not a good time. Tomo keeps throwing up and pooping. A lot. I'm worried he might be really sick. I don't know what to do. When did all this start? Yesterday, his tummy seemed a little upset, but I didn't think much about it. But this afternoon, he really started to, explode, if you catch my drift. Sorry. I don't get it, though. Nothing in his diet has changed. That does sound odd. What's he eat normally? Oh, you know, the usual stuff. Sashimi, mostly. Sashimi? You're joking, right? No, of course not. Why would I joke about that? You can't feed a cat sashimi. Of course you can. In the wild, cats catch the fish right out of the streams. It's the same thing. That's not exactly the same. I have a cat, and I bet you feed it those store-bought foods with all the extra vitamins and minerals added in, right? Well, yeah. Ha! Sucker! You've bought into the corporate lies about pet health. Kitties can't be healthy eating that chemical swill. Chemical swill? Well, my cat's also not puking everywhere, so... Sorry, I guess you're right. I got a little carried away there. I didn't mean to be rude, especially since you're only trying to help. That's alright. Your cats do seem pretty healthy. Was there anything different about today's lunch order? Now that you mention it, I usually only order 1 box from Soichi, then the sushi vendor next door, but for the last few days I've received 2 boxes. I didn't really think anything of it until you mentioned it. Oh, what do I do? So wait, has she accidentally been feeding them double the I don't know. Say, you don't seem too busy. Why? Why don't I seem busy? I am busy. I'm very busy. Do I have a face that says, please give me errands? Well, no, but you're a fellow cat lover and you seem so nice. It would only take a second to go talk to Soichi, honest. I would, but I can't leave the store. I can't even think straight about the cat collector or anything else until this is off my mind. Please go talk to him. Alright. Force her to give information. I'll talk to him. Alright, I'll have a chat with this Soichi and see what he knows. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. Alright, cool. Professionalism +5, investigation +1. I love all these little kitties though, they're so cute. They're my best friends. Okay, exit. Exit. Thank you. Ask about sashimi. Hi, Soichi, right? I was wondering if you can set up recurring lunch orders, maybe twice a week or something? Yep, that's no problem at all. We do that kind of thing for a lot of businesses around here. Why do you ask? I was just at the cat cafe next door and saw one of your boxes, and work's moving me here in a few weeks, so I thought I'd see what my options were. You came from Sachiko's place, huh? Yeah, she's had a standing order with me for years. I'm surprised a woman so small can eat 2 whole boxes. 2 boxes? No, her order is only for 1. If she was ordering 2, I suspect she was feeding it to her cats. Yeah, that would be crazy. Anyway, do you normally deliver them yourself? Sachiko's right next door and a very sweet lady, so I always try to do it personally. That said, when it gets a bit hectic, I ask some of the other regulars around here to run it up for me instead. If you see Sachiko, make sure to give her my regards. I'll try to go up there next time. So, about that standing order you wanted to set up. Oh, I need to think about it a little bit more. I'll get back to you later. Thanks for the help. A little sketchy maybe, but definitely not a cat poisoner. Finding who supplied that second box should lead me to a suspect. What about you? You like cat cafes? Accused of poisoning cats. Yeah, you like cat cafes? That's You wouldn't catch me dead in a place like that. I hate cats. Every time I see one, they always try and scratch me. What'd you have for lunch? Huh? That's a weird thing to ask. I got a box lunch from the convenience store. Why? Alright, he hates cats, but that doesn't mean that he's gonna murder them. Alright, you like cat cafes? Cats? No, I don't like cat. Have an allergy, understand? Alright, how about, what'd you have for lunch? Lunch? I'm not interested, thank you. Alright. How about this mouth breather down here? Let's talk to him. You like cat cafes? Huh? Yeah, sure, they're alright. I used to have a cat growing up. What did you have for lunch? Why? You asking me on a date, lady? When I'm on the clock, I usually get a box of sushi from Suichi down the street. Dang it, he's the only one who ate from there, but he actually seemed to like cats. And I assume I can't ask, him, Soichi, anything more. Let's go into the cat cafe and ask Sachiko if she saw who delivered. Oh, I can't. I cannot. It is not an option for me. But like he said, only regulars. Let's just go accuse the last dude, I guess. Well, I mean, I guess there are other people, technically, if I go into, like, other places. It doesn't have to necessarily just be someone on the street. Okay, but these guys are gone. So we're done in that room. And the maid cafe people, the cat... Like, the cat maid cafe or the maid cat maid cafe. You know what I mean? They wouldn't do it. So just, yeah, I'll accuse this dude. Investigation +5. Huh? How'd you... Wait, it's not what you think. I rent the apartment above her shop, and the furballs are always yowling all night. The nutjob owner gives them sashimi at lunch, so I just added some laxatives to it is all. I wouldn't seriously hurt them or nothing. A little cleanup is fair payback for her cats keeping me up day after day. That woman's ruining my dang life and doesn't care. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that either. She should be glad it was me who taught her a lesson and not someone else. Alright, fine, I get it. You were at the end of your rope. Thing is, I'm kind of a cat person and I'm kind of a cop. Consider this a warning. Fine, whatever you say, lady. Alright, well at least we got the right dude. So let's go and tell her now. Hold on, checking the text real quick. Okay, yeah, so, I apparently have dinner. Today was supposed to be the day that I didn't have dinner, but I apparently do have dinner, so I gotta wrap this up in just a few minutes. So let's talk to her first. Can I go inside? Thank you. This may not surprise you, but your upstairs neighbor isn't your biggest fan. Takumi, that little rat, what did he do? Is Tomo going to die? If he does, I'll wring his little neck. No, it's only some laxatives in the food. I think he wanted to ruin your day, not harm the cat seriously. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so relieved. If it's laxatives, Tomo should be fine in a day or two once it clears out of his system. What little scumbag. What's his problem? He mentioned the cats have been keeping him up at night. A few weeks of that and anyone might crack. You're right. I'm so used to it I didn't notice, but I'll get a contractor to come out and see about finally soundproofing this place. Tomo, you nearly made my heart stop. I'm glad you'll be okay. Now that one mystery is behind us, could we return to our discussion about the collector? Of course! I've only visited her once. I wanted to add a very rare, Balinese, I don't know, breed to the cafe, and after searching for weeks, I was convinced it was nowhere to be found in Tokyo. Just when I'd given up hope, I got an email out of the blue from her saying she had the breed I was looking for and to come to her shop. Suffice it to say, I was ecstatic. Business was doing all right, so I had some money to spare too. Only she didn't want money. She wanted Panda. She wanted a panda! No, Panda was the name of an old cat I had. She was nothing special, an old mixed breed who moved to Tokyo with me when I was starting up. I doubt I would have started this business if it wasn't for him, but he was also really old and having some health problems. The collector said she'd take care of him, give him the best medical care, feed him the best food. Panda's last days would be in complete comfort. In exchange, she'd give me the Balinese kitten for free. I thought it was the right thing to do. But Panda was family. What kind of person am I? I gave him away. Oh no. I miss him so much. I tried to go back and give the kitten back for Panda, but the 3 cranes outside of her shop were gone, and I never saw her or Panda again. That's all I remember. Sorry, remembering Panda always makes me sad. Thanks for the help. I should get back to work. Professionalism +5, investigation +5, and we got the achievement, Don't Eat the Fish! And that just makes me think of System of a Down. Like, what's it called? This cocaine makes me feel like I'm on this song. I think that's what the song's title is. Anyway, I wanted to check our stuff real quick. So, sanity -24, professionalism -7, investigation 67, neurosis -26. We are stable, we are professional, we are meticulous, and we are stressed. Okay, sounds about right. So we see the autosave up there. I want to go now and see the 3 cranes, because I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. Yeah, we got 3 cranes right there. That's it. 3 paper cranes. The buttons on the elevator are lit up now. Okay. But unfortunately, like I said, I need to... You know, I have a few more minutes. I could see what this next part is. Okay. Because I'm really curious myself. Wow, yeah, this place seems terrifying. This doesn't seem right. Doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. What was that? Who's there? Reina? Is that you? Huh? Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It said the cranes can grant a wish. Oh, hello, creepy lady. What is it you wish for? I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him, the collector? Collector Crow, one of many names given to me over the years. Ah, but we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? Oh, I know who you are, Detective Ito. Or should I say, investigator. So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant what you call yourself now, as you've arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different. Yes. What is it, I wonder? Ah, that's it. You're like me, after a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend, they break. Am I wrong? No, nothing's been the same since Kamakura. Yes, of course. The girl you murdered, Reina. Was that your fault? She gave me no choice. Of course it wasn't. I never meant to. Something made me. Yeah, I never meant to. Then you are a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear? No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet, though it did seem like in that moment you were describing as you were watching someone else control your body. So in that moment it did seem like you were a puppet, I'm just saying. So like if it were given me the option, I actually would have said something more along the lines of yes. That might be the case, but yeah. Are you so sure, Detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. Yeah, exactly. Which is easier, I wonder? The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and your joy is of your own doing, or someone else's? I don't have time for this. Ah, of course. Our conversation has tilted towards the philosophical, but you are not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information. Facts. No. It is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly? Tanaka. I want to know what really happened to him, which is still information, by the way. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me, too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor, after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine. What do you want to know? I find it interesting that someone like you would drink on the job. It's because I didn't know that's what the option was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be immediately chugging the drink. I thought it was me, like, spending money and then talking to her. And then I could just leave the drink there. Like, that's all it would have... Huh? You mean in the hostess bar 2 weeks ago? Yeah, what of it? It seemed so obvious a mistake. Why did you make it? For information. That's the best I have. It was for the case. I didn't think I'd get information otherwise. Not that it changed anything. On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him? The hostess was unhelpful, he was an idiot, a witness saw him. That is what it was, right? Yeah, a witness saw him. A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this, some sort of psych test? I came here for answers. Enough with the games. It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? If you wanted information to use against me, seems you've already got enough. Blackmail? How pedestrian. Simplistic. No, I've no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made it. You show such little patience, detective. Surprising considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Reina. She's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding you dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger? To keep her talking. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I should have. She didn't deserve it. Yeah, to keep her talking. That was my intent. Mostly because Ito said she wanted to keep her talking. And I figured, you know, me personally, I did think pulling the gun, she'd just immediately slice his throat, so. To keep her talking. The situation was hopeless. The best I could do was keep her talking. Learn as much as I could. Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills twice. Is that enough to make a difference? Do they help? Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, this is most useful. I accept this trade. In return you want... What was it? Ah, yes, that's right. A path. A way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now. Alright. Who are you? The mask? Where's Tanaka? Is he alive? The mask is what started all this, so I need to ask about that. I don't know why, but I get the hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Reina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out. Ah, I see. Also, has he always been fuzzy? I don't think he's always been fuzzy, but he's definitely fuzzy now. I don't remember him being fuzzy the entire time. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. Why did Reina want it so badly? It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself. It all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have a history with that mask. The Kawanas? Mai? The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. Where's Tanaka? Is he alive? In the dark. Whether he lives, that is more difficult. The dark. That's not the first time I've heard that. What is it? Where can I find it? A better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you? following you at every turn. It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart. Reina. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. The girl's thread is a complicated one. Yes, very tangled. It begins in Kabukicho, I guess. Yeah, Kabukicho. And a talent agency called Omega. Kabukicho? I know it well enough. As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, well, lives and breaths, changes shape and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Oh, it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. I wonder if that's supposed to be whose, not who is. Like, is it the girl who is suffering that determines its shape? Or is it the girl and her suffering determines its shape? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to assume the last one because that's how it's written, but I just wonder if that was a mistake, whose and whose, because that's pretty common. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way. Or it could tear you apart. Like it almost has already. Excuse me, I believe I'm stable. What are you, last of all? A dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer? Seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible. So what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption? I've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I am exactly who you need me to be. Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the... How did you put it? Ah, yes, to clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Is it inexorably? I don't know if I've ever said that word, so I don't know if that's pronounced correctly, but yeah. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool. How will I know when a path's been opened? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia, an unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there... now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. That's not fair! You said that all you wanted was me to answer your questions. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings as... Oh, tell me, little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. Nothing else to investigate, so exit. Is she gonna talk as I walk away? No? Okay, then before anything else, let's check this one more time. Stable, professional, meticulous, and stressed. Cool. Yeah, I need to quit at this point. I mean, it autosaves, so hopefully it'll just start me up, like, right when I left the crane shop. But I'm really quite enjoying this game so far. I think it has a really cool art style. You know, I like visual novels, I feel I've discovered. Obviously, I'm gonna run across some that I have issues with, but yeah. And... I don't know, it's an interesting story. Again, my biggest complaint would be so far that some of the options are just not what I would expect them to be, and they're even larger than I would expect. Like, again, when I ordered the drink, I thought that I was just ordering it and it would cost me some time and some money, but that it would get the bartender talking. I didn't know that, or the hostess, you know, I didn't know that she would immediately down a drink, especially one as potent as what she ordered. So that was unfortunate. Same with the flirting earlier with Goto. I didn't know that it would immediately have me try to get inside his pants, basically. If he hadn't said anything about the sewers, how far was Ito going to take it? You know? Because she was basically saying we should go somewhere alone. Was she just going to ask him questions there? how's that really any different? Unless she was going to then threaten him with, you know, no witnesses around to see that. Like, it's just that kind of thing. Little decisions. There was a third one I can't quite remember right now. But yeah, I do appreciate it's the game so far, kind of, for the most part at least, rewarding you for investigation. I do like that there are multiple options. Like, I could have shot the bamboo branch to fish the pass out of the water, the train pass, or I could go and more professionally just break a flower branch off, whatever it was called. It was a Sakura Blossoms branch, wasn't it? Something like that. Anyway, same with like at the police station. I had a few different ways that I could do things where like I could get Saki, I think that was her name, the one working the desk. I could get her into trouble by turning off the cameras, or I could leave them going and get myself into further trouble, which, you know, obviously I don't want to be in trouble, but between the options, I'm the one doing the bad thing. I don't want her to suffer for it. And then like, you could, after pulling the fire alarm, I could have gotten my hairpin, or maybe I should have done it before the fire alarm, you know? And then I could go and pick the lock, but instead I went down into the storage area, you know, the evidence locker, and I shot the lock. You know, so the fact that it has different options, I think is pretty cool. And even here with like dialogue here, I think that I could have just forced the answer about the collector out of all these people, but it would have given me like minus professionalism, and it would have affected the story, I imagine. So I think it's cool that we are seeing effects of this. Now, you definitely see it with the collector too, where he's like, why did you drink on the job? Why this? Why that, you know? And again, part of that sucks a little bit when those decisions I hadn't intended, especially to the degrees that they may have taken place. But I do appreciate the fact that it's just showing straight up right there, like, yeah, your decisions have made a difference. Here they are thrown back at you, that kind of thing. So I'm enjoying this game so far. I hope that you guys are too. Let me know what you think about it so far in the comments below, whether you like it, whether you dislike it, what you think about this or that, etc., so on and so forth. And I hope that you will join me for the rest of the series. So with that, we're calling it here.
Cue outro, go!